Hello and welcome back to another drawing time of introverts. This time we are drawing TwoSetViolin. I don't usually draw real people, usually I am used to fictional characters. So I feel a bit more pressure than usual, and I also need many references to make sure I don't make silly mistakes. The poses you see on the left side of the video is the screenshot from TwoSet's video about playing the small sized violins. So that's it. The drawing comes out that's the violins are smaller than usual. It's because I've been following the reference photo. But I like the expression in that screenshot, so I decided to keep that. Aside from the expressions, I want to change the hair and clothes a bit because it's not updated. It's been a while since that mini violin video, and so I had to take some reference screenshot again from one of their latest videos. You know, Eddie has glasses now, and I have to adjust a bit on my drawing. And of course, aside from the face, with the head settled, I moved on to the clothes part, is the TwoSet jacket. I thought about whether I should draw them wearing suits, but then I discarded the idea because they never wear suits. I first saw it on the TwoSet website, and it looks like a really high resolution, high quality photo, but they never seem to wear that, and so I changed to more casual ones, and I looked through TwoSet apparel and recognized the TwoSet jacket, which they wear quite often. And as for the background, I want to show a sort of typical classical music, you wouldn't call it classical music background, but it gives that sort of feeling where you see it in a lot of music videos. Violinists would perform in a really, Baroque looking place. They all look really pretty, but I have no idea where these places are. And anyway, I chose this sort of background and have them having fun in the foreground, and it showed a bit of contrast there. Initially I thought of drawing a concert hall as the background, but I think this is better. And at some point you may see me put out a reference photo for the windows behind, those fancy windows with the very elaborate curtains and whatnot. The reference photo is the screenshot taken from Hilary Hahn's Bach video. I thought it looked cool, and I like the wood and sort of colour scheme, and so I chose that. And the little puppy reference photo is the sort of feeling I want to give out, a bit peaceful, fun, sort of that kind of impact. And you can see me put out quite a lot of yellowish tones around, and they're playing violin in the middle. Speaking of violins, TwoSet successfully tempted me to try learning the violin. So a few months ago, not a few, but like maybe months ago, within the year, I bought a very cheap second-hand violin from Carousel. It's a second-hand app where you can buy things from other people, and I bought a second-hand violin with 100 Hong Kong dollars, which is about $12, I think. When I get to meet the seller, the violinist himself, he looked like just a secondary school student, and it seemed like he got a new violin for grade 7 or 8 or something, and so I got his beginner's violin, and from then on I had fun practicing. It's been a few months now. I practiced when I can while watching tutorial videos and downloading some music scores for beginners. Unfortunately, I'm studying full-time, so I can't practice 40 hours a day as you should. Alright, back to the drawing process itself. You can see on the top left side there's a mini version of the drawing. I'd like to, what actually a lot of digital artists do this as well, is to check the overall look of the drawing itself. So for many times I have to zoom in, especially during rendering process, I have to zoom in to look at the details and to draw that specific area. But then if I focus too much on the small area, I might omit what it actually look from as a whole. For example, if you're the audience and first thing you see is the whole picture instead of that very small detail. And so if I, focus too much on that of a specific part, and it might mess up the proportions in general, and it would look very weird for other people. And so I have to put up a small version at the top right or at the top left to check regularly to see how it looks overall. I have to take care of the whole color scheme and take care of the details at the same time. And now you can see me rendering the clothes part. I don't know if I did good for the texture part. Everything is stylish and cartoonish, so what stands out are basically just the colors instead of the detail itself. I don't know what to say. And yeah, I keep going back and forth from Eddy to Brett and back to Eddy, and if you paid attention, you can see me deliberately not doing the violin, not rendering the violins. Totally not because I'm procrastinating, totally not because I'm scared of messing up the violin. And so before rendering the violins, I went back to the background itself and rendered the background instead. And by the way, in the background you see, in the video background itself, you can hear some piano music. I just took it from from YouTube's audio library itself. I just pulled some calm piano music, and I wanted to ask about, in what circumstances is it okay to use classical music in the background as a video audio? Because when I looked it up, I saw that if a piece is older than 70 years old, it is not copyrighted anymore and you can use it, but I've heard, I think it's from TwoSet's video themselves, when they're talking with other artists, that even classical musicians will get copyright striked. What was that called? I forgot. So anyway, they found out that YouTube would take down, is it take down, or just it is not okay for them to play certain classical music. And so I was really confused, in what circumstances can you use it, in what circumstances can you not use it, because in a lot of TwoSet videos they would slip in some classical music, like a few seconds of clips, for effects or something like that, but they are classical music. And so it's a few seconds okay? Is it not okay if it's more than 10 minutes? And so I'm very confused at how it works. Is there anything, if you know something about that, I really want to know. Tell me about it. At first I was thinking, I'm drawing a TwoSet painting, so maybe I can, to fit in the whole aesthetic, put in some classical music for this video. But then I thought about it, and I don't want to make stupid mistakes, and so I just went back to YouTube's audio library. That's a question I have about TwoSet. I don't know if you can answer me. I went to the TwoSetViolin website, and then I saw the 21 to 22 World Tour that was unfortunately postponed because of the pandemic. And then I scrolled down, I see the list of the lineup, I see the list of cities, and I see that Hong Kong is at the very first. At first I was very happy, but then a thought came up that the list is probably in alphabetical order. It's not chronological order. And so am I right? Am I wrong? When are you coming to Hong Kong? I'm very excited. Oh no, at last you see me render the violins. I've been putting off rendering the violins until the very end. And now I finished background, I have no choice but to render the violins themselves. I was quite nervous about drawing the violins. If I by any chance, in some unfortunate circumstance, drew a sacrilegious violin, then nothing really, shame on me. Last time I drew a character in a violin post, it's a fictional character playing a violin, and I uploaded it on Ling Ling Wannabe's subreddit, you know, saying that, okay, TwoSet helped me provide some violin posters to draw things, and then someone already pointed out that I missed drawing all the pegs. So, you know, level 10 of shame. And here, I think I've already messed up a bit. If you look closely here, Brett's violin is not messed up, it's borderline sacrilegious. The bow is a bit too far away from the bridge, so I'm ready to brace any roast coming my way. And okay, I finished rendering. Here, I'm adding some effects. The dimension of the drawing is 1060 times 9020, so it's designed to fit many desktop background. If it's a narrower desktop background, it might still look okay, I think. I think I'll put the download link below. And anyway, the drawing's finished. That's about it. Hopefully you like it. If you like this video, subscribe to TwoSetViolin. You know, they can't just stop at 3 mil. They have many more interesting things to come. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you next time. Bye!